Good evening. I'm Manny Drakes, filling in for Jeremy Spaz.
And I'm Jules Roberts, filling in for Autumn Winters, and you're watching Ohioville Nine Nightly News.
And these are tonight's top stories. In politics today, Democrats were surprised and outraged to find out that their impeachment of President Donald Trump ended exactly how everyone predicted that it would. And they have unveiled their latest plan to defeat the president.
As the Iowa caucuses officially kick off the presidential election cycle, the Democrats have doubled down on their unwavering commitment to hearing and honoring the will of the American people.
That's right, they gathered all of their supporters together, took careful note of each person's preferred presidential candidate, and then sent all of those votes into the digital equivalent of a shredder.
Very symbolic.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna work. No problems.
We can hope.
Now, this one I believe is a little bit of a feel-good story, isn't it, Jules?
It sure is. Legislation has been introduced in the Ohioville Senate to ban plastic in an attempt to reduce toxic plastic waste.
Now, if we have less plastic waste, then what are we going to recycle?
What kind of socially regressive nightmare are we living in?
I don't know, but I recommend you check Twitter immediately to see how you can behave as a fully evolved human being.
Today, the African nation of Kenya reported losing a national treasure.
Somehow, this rare and beautiful elephant named Big Tim has been misplaced.
How do you misplace an elephant?
I don't know, but I hope they find him. And now for a segment that everyone loves called Excellent Explanations. In this segment, we take things that you find baffling and we explain them. We find them baffling too.
The resident experts,
Jeremy Spaz
and Autumn Winters, are not here to do the explanations, so Manny and I will fill in the gaps. We'll start with this sign.
Oh, well, I mean, as an Ohioville resident, I find this rather offensive. And I'm sure you do too. But really, this is just from a time immediately preceding the Great War with Michigan, when they declared us to be heathens and that they would eliminate us. You might not remember that in your history books, but it totally happened.
It did. I believe it was sports related.
This sign says, "Beware of falling deer," and that's both mysterious and unusual. So we had to look into it with our experts to figure out what it actually means. And as you can see, if you keep reading the sign, it does say leopards conceal their unfinished food in the tops of trees.
Now, what they don't tell you about deer is that they can be horrifying carnivorous animals, and they climb up the trees to get the unfinished meals.
The only problem with this plan is that their hooves are really not very good at climbing, so they just fall down and they smash into things, and it's really just raining deer everywhere. Raining deer.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
We recommend umbrellas.
Yeah.
Now, on a related note, we received this sign, "Beware of falling snakes."
Oh, I thought raining deer were bad.
You might think that, but in Ohioville, it never stops! Not again!
Well, I think we should move right along to our next segment, New Things to Fear.
A new day, a new horror.
This week we're tracking the emergence of a new virus called coronavirus. The infection rate is staggering, north of billions of infections per second.
It's coming for all of us.
Duck and cover, everybody. This one is gonna be ugly.
You know, I hope this thing doesn't turn out to be nothing, after we made such a big deal of it.
Yeah. It sure would be a shame if this turned into like the Y2K of global pandemics.
I'm sure that won't happen. Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment,
Adorable Adoptable Animals! As you all know, Ohioville Animal Shelter is one of those organizations, and they often send us pictures, and then we talk about them.
They're a wonderful, wonderful charity, nonprofit, and this cat here is just so fluffy.
Yeah, well, this one they sent over is labeled Cat 6835.
He kind of looks like he's living all 9 lives at once.
Yeah, there might be some tumors or something. There's a lot going on.
Sure is.
Yeah. Now look at this dog. This is a big boy.
Ooh, sure is.
Oh, man.
What a deal. You can get 2.5 dogs for the adoption fee of 1.
Yeah, you should definitely adopt this guy. He needs a home. Just make sure you borrow somebody's pickup truck. And finally, some bird.
Oh, what a lovely bird. How could such a delightful creature not have a home?
Well, it says here that the previous owner was a woman named Leonore Edgar, who was institutionalized because she wouldn't stop raving about banshees and birds with demon eyes, and who ultimately died under tragic and mysterious circumstances.
That poor bird.
Which one, the animal or the woman?
Well, they've both experienced unthinkable tragedy.
And if you open your heart, you can invite that tragedy into your home.
Adopt an adorable animal today. And that's it. You've been watching Ohioville 9 Nightly News. I'm Juliana Roberto.
And I'm Mandrake Donkey Kong. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good night.
As the Iowa...
Go right ahead.
Iowa?
Iowa?
Iowa.
Iowa.
It sounds weird now. Don't know
Iowa.
how to say Iowa.
Iowa.
How do you say Iowa?
Iowa.
Iowa?
Iowa. There's like a couple more syllables in there if you can work them in.
As the Iowa caucuses officially kick the presidential...
It's Iowa.
Iowa?
Iowa.
Iowa? Iowa.
Iowa?
How do you say it?
Okay.
Iowa. Iowa. Thank you.
She might need to take the blonde wig off.
Is it? Okay. I'm just doing this on behalf of your wife and all other blondes in the world. I feel so defeated.
This is our blooper. Just want you to know that.